In this screencast, we're covering how to link the grades from Schoology into Aeries gradebook. First, we have to make sure that the categories in Schoology and Aeries match each other. So let's make sure that we know how to do that. If we're in Aeries, we're going to go to Gradebook, and for our courses, Manage Gradebook, and under the tab Categories, let's make sure that we put in the categories that we want for our classes. So I'm going to do this very quickly. Alright, I have 3 categories in Aeries now. We're going to do the same thing for Schoology. In Schoology, we want to click on the Grade Setup tab on the left, and then we're going to add categories through the button on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the categories the same way as I did in Aeries and make sure that they're the same. Okay, now in Schoology I have the same 3 categories as I made in Aeries. The next step is to link these 2 categories from Aeries and Schoology, and we're going to do it through Schoology. So on the left hand side of Schoology, you will see an Aeries SIS button. We're going to go ahead and click that. There's going to be 2 tabs that pop open here, Sync Grades and Configuration. We're going to click on Configuration, and it will take a while to load. Once it has loaded, you'll be presented with a screen that looks similar to this, and we're just going to go ahead and click on the drop-down boxes right here and match the Aeries course catalogs to the Schoology course catalogs. After you're done, click Save Configuration. Make sure that Your Category configurations have been saved green box appears before you start adding in Schoology assignments. You can start adding assignments either through your materials or through the gradebook itself. I'm going to go through the gradebook, and I'm going to create an assignment by clicking the plus button on the top right. We're going to test with 2 assignments. My first will be a test assignment. I'm going to make it 4 points. I'm going to make sure I put in a category. My assignment is going to go into classwork and homework. I'm going to also make another assignment. This is going to be an assessment under my test and quizzes category. I'm going to make this 4 points as well. And I'm going to put this under my quizzes and tests category. Okay, now I can start inputting scores for the test assignment. However, if I wanted to input scores for the test assessment, I'm going to need to create some questions for the test assessment really quick. I'm just going to make 1 question. It's going to be a multiple choice question. Test multiple choice question. And I'll make this worth 4 points. It's supposed to total up to the amount that I initially put in the assessment creation page. And now I'll actually be able to put in a score. Now I can start putting in the grades manually, and just know that some questions in Schoology can be automatically graded. Okay, let's say that I wanted to now sync the scores that I have so far into Aeries. The way I can do that is by clicking a double arrow that looks like a circle that's on the top right of the screen. It says Sync Changes to Aeries, and it'll look like nothing has happened. The way you can check to see if it has synced to Aeries is by going to the Aeries tab again in Schoology. Once it has loaded, we're going to be staying on the Sync Grades tab, and you'll see that both my test assignment and test assessment have been synced successfully. I can also check this in Aeries. Now you'll notice that both the assessment and assignment are in Aeries. And the important thing here is that I did not have to create a assignment and assessment in Aeries. It will automatically create it and sync the scores to it. Now there is a final note about syncing your scores from Schoology to Aeries. Sometimes there's going to be events where it's not going to sync, and that's going to be a server-sided issue. So end users may see that the status is pending or it's still loading when you're on the Schoology screen. Instead of saying successful, it might say something else. And that's, again, a server-sided issue with Schoology, and it may take them 1 or 2 days to fix the issue. However, after that, it should resolve by itself. It should successfully sync after. I hope you found this video helpful.